Today I'm going to be playing a Shadowblade Slinger OTK, courtesy of Gross on Patreon. So our combo is we want to take a ton of damage. The most common setup for that is going to be Bran plus double Crystallizer, which does 20 damage to us, but also kind of 0 damage to us because of the way Crystallizer works. And then we go Soulbound Ashtongue, give it to our opponent with Treachery, shoot it with Shadowblade Slinger, which is doubled by Bran, and that combo does 40 damage to the opponent. And if we need more damage than that, we can stack it up a bit more with something like Kobold Librarian, Raise Dead, even Life Tap. And this deck is actually surprisingly effective. I had a 60% win rate with it, including one game that I definitely threw, and 2 other games that I lost because of Ice Block and Evasion. So because of those, the one change I made to this deck is Eater of Secrets. It's honestly probably not worth it in the long run, but I lost to 2 secret decks and I was tilted, so I put a copy of Eater of Secrets in the deck. Other than that, I think the deck is basically perfect. You really just want it to be a very low curve deck, so you can draw through it very consistently, play cards for very little mana with the Ruined Mithril Rod, and go off with your combo. The only card I really considered adding at all is Mistress of Mixtures, but it's just hard to find the room for it. I could see maybe Mistress just over Armor Vendor, because if you give armor to your opponent, then they are harder to kill. But this deck can actually deal so much damage that I don't think giving the armor to the opponent really matters very often. And in a vacuum, Armor Vendor is a better card. But yeah, thanks to Gross for sending me the deck. It ended up being actually a lot more fun than I was expecting.
Gul'dan versus Gul'dan. Mine is the only way. Your soul shall be mine.
How do I even mulligan with this deck? Probably want card draw against a Warlock. And I definitely want Mithril Rod. Awful hand.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor! Break it, you buy it!
I'm not really sure if my deck has the tools to deal with even Warlock, but Plague of Flames is going to help a lot. And you love to see the Mithril Rod. Actually, I probably shouldn't even be attacking with my Armor Vendor, because it activates Molten Giant and Hooked Reaver. Not sure if they play Hooked Reaver, but they certainly play Molten Giant, right?
You are defenders of a doomed world.
This is probably a good enough Plague of Flames. Or rather, I probably just don't really have much of a choice. And I can actually backfire along with it, thanks to this rod. I did kind of forget how bad this was for me, though.
Break it, you buy it! Break it, you buy it!
So yeah, I will kill this before life tapping. So I do have Bran and Shadowblade Slinger. Still need Treachery, Ashtongue, double Crystallizer. Okay, no Anetheron. That's good for me at least.
Here for the tour?
There's a Crystallizer. What does Raise Dead do for me at this point? 2 Armor Vendors. Not great.
I
Another Shadowblade Slinger. It only does 2 damage, right? I could go like double Raise Dead for Shadowblade Slinger. Is that worth it? Mountain Giant is scary. I guess this is a way to kill the Mountain Giant. Would have been nice to get Novice Engineer off that Raise Dead. But Armor Vendor was fine. Tour Guide is fine. I did know that this was another Mountain Giant. Because it could only be Mountain Giant or a Netheron, and they would have played a Netheron last turn. I played my Defile, thinking I wouldn't have a good Defile. Very sad. Maybe I can land a good Plague of Flames here. It would involve playing the Raised Dead, certainly. I think I'll be a little bit greedy with my Plague of Flames. Don't need to play Armor Vendor here. Actually, I probably can die to Battle Master, right? 16 plus 6 plus 2 is 24, I believe. That's annoying. Well, I guess I'm playing my 6 mana Plague of Flames here. Can play 4 minions along with it, so it's pretty good. Actually, maybe I can do better since I can Tour Guide Life Tap. So yeah, I can coil here as well and get a guaranteed clear. Oh wait, my Plague of Flames... I think I was looking at the Backfire instead of the Plague of Flames on cost earlier. So yeah, I can Plague of Flames here. I probably am going to play Armor Vendor and Kobold Librarian this turn. Not sure which one of them I want to remain in play. Probably just the one with more power. There's Treachery. Only 6 cards in deck. I could hit lethal next turn pretty easily. The Bran is going to be 0 mana. I think I can probably Life Tap, Backfire, and do the full combo. Cult Neophyte does complicate things, but I have some Drain Souls to stall. I'll just go ahead and start with a Backfire, I guess. And then maybe it ends up being lethal. Didn't even draw the Soulbound Ash Tongue. I can tap for it. I'll be on 3 mana. No, I won't be able to play Treachery plus Ash Tongue. Could Kobold Librarian for it. I think if Kobold hits it, I do have lethal. Oh shit, I'm not gonna have the not gonna have the life to play Crystallizer if I'm not careful. So I do need to Drain Soul here. Alright, I should pretty easily have lethal next turn. I may have been able to have lethal last turn if I had played things a little bit better. I have Drain Soul to heal here. Wait, do I die to Crystallizer when I'm at 8? Okay, no. 40. Beautiful. First game and I picked up a win with it.
I must protect the Fire Lord. Your soul shall be mine.
I definitely keep Kobold Librarian. Probably keep Novice. And maybe I keep Defile. I don't know if people still play Aggro Druid. But my hand is pretty good overall. I think I can afford to keep Defile. Treachery is a pretty bad draw. And obviously I would prefer to have a Ruined Mithril Rod in my hand. But I think the Defile makes some sense. Not a Defile matchup. Good to see. And I think more mana is probably worse for me. Like, both players having worse mana, or more mana probably doesn't favor me. Because I kind of need to draw my whole deck most of the time. And it doesn't take 10 mana to do that. Pretty bad start for the opponent, at least.
I hope you like my invention.
I do have half of my combo pieces already. Oh, I just realized that Druid can actually just get too much armor. That could be an issue in the future. Save this tour guide for when the mana is important, I guess. Currently my Raised Heads are going to draw 2 card draw cards. But maybe I need to save the Raised Heads to deal 6 damage in the late game. Love to see a rod, and here's the useful card draw, or the useful mana for the draw I was talking about.
If you're sure.
But yeah, if I save both Raised Heads, I can do an extra 12. So I can do 52 damage. I can also life tap and deal 56. And maybe even save a Kobold Librarian and deal 60. Not really sure how practical it is to save any or all of that, though. Might be better off just taking the card draw here. I can Defile, which does 3, and then Drain Soul. So Defile Drain Soul does seem like the play. It's going to cost me 4 mana, so I'd probably just tap after that. Oh, I have 4 of my combo pieces. I think I thought I only had 3. So I really just need Bran and Crystallizer. And I might not even need the Crystallizer if I have double Raised Head Kobold Librarian. That would be 10. Well, how much can I do without even having Bran? 5, 7, 10, 13, 15. Okay, so I definitely need Bran. Wow, my whole hand costs 2 mana. There's no way I need the coin. I can probably just start by playing... Do I want to play Armor Vendor? Let's just start with the coin and see what happens. Coil. Alright, let's go for Kobold Coil here. I'm talking a lot about not needing the full combo, or needing like 60 damage, but realistically I probably just do the whole combo and deal 60, or deal 40. Probably could have gotten away with playing Backfire here, but I ran out of time. It would have triggered my weapon. Could have played something for 0. Although I guess it would have triggered on the first draw. Probably fine just not backfiring. I could have even just played a Shadowblade Slinger, I guess. I only need one of those to combo with. Nah, my opponent is not doing anything.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor.
Another rod. I guess I play it. My Shadowblade Slinger... Oh, this is enemy minion, so I don't have to worry about how much it deals here. Yeah, I'll just play a 2-1. So I have given my opponent a dangerous amount of armor, but I do still have the raised duds for 12 extra damage. I haven't actually been intentionally saving the raised duds. I just haven't really had the hand space to play them. But at this point, I might be saving them. I have 6 cards in deck. I can backfire. How much damage do I have? This would be 10, 16, 32, 36. My opponent's at 52. Oh, I can also backfire for another 6. So 42. I mean, if I hit the crystallizer, it's lethal. Brand, backfire, life tap is a lot of mana. But fuck it, let's go for it. I don't know how likely I actually am to win here, but my opponent has a lot of armor. I am not that likely to actually win here. I think I did it. I hit the raised dead on the crystallizer. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did math wrong somewhere, but that's okay.
Your soul shall be mine.
Love to see the rod. Whether or not I can win this depends a lot on what kind of priest it is. I think I can beat Pig Priest. I can probably beat all the priests, honestly. None of them seem terribly scary.
Your soul shall suffer.
Okay. I think I like Novice over Life Tap here, because I do have a backfire in my hand, and now I have 2 backfires in my hand. I feel like when I have backfire, my hand tends to get pretty clogged. Pretty sure I'm saving backfire for after Rod, but I guess I could have just played it here. It is nice to see that the Rod almost certainly is going to discount my Brand to 1 mana. Cuts down on my combo cost quite a bit. Definitely don't hate this chip damage.
Not quite what was planned.
Okay, there's my newly added Eater of Secrets, which is just perfect for the Priest matchup. I actually could play my other backfire here, but it seems like it might be kind of hard to dump cards with that. I guess it won't be that hard, though. Oh, I was wrong, because I don't get the discount. Well, this is awkward. Well, I can win without Crystallizer. I cannot win without Treachery. So let's play Crystallizer so we don't overdraw the important card. I do still need to find a Shooter and a Treachery. And then I'm probably going to need the other Crystallizer since I played this one here. But if they just do this, I can raise dead my Crystallizer, and it'll be almost like I never made a mistake in the first place. How do I deal with this board? Let's see, raise dead is not castable, so I haven't played a single minion yet. That's fine. I do have Defiles. So I can just like trade these two off. I mean, I guess I can just start with Defile, deal 2 to these. That probably makes sense. Yeah, and then do this. Then we land the nice raise dead on the good targets. That's a heal. That's a heal. And I still have 6 mana for some reason, so I'm gonna life tap. Can raise dead another Crystallizer guaranteed. Probably pretty good.
I hope you like my invention. Break it, you buy it.
Alright. So, all I need is Treachery. I have 40 damage in hand as soon as I draw Treachery. Alright, let's draw some cards.
I hope you like my invention.
Do I want to play Plague of Flames? I have 6 power in play. I mean, I probably can clear with Defile.
Break it, you buy it. Break it, you buy it.
Hit him with the old Defile Drain Soul. Maybe there was a more efficient way to do that. Who knows? Who cares? Okay. Almost certainly going to be playing Plague this turn unless my opponent's dead. I don't think playing this Rod even matters. So let's just start with a tap. And my opponent is dead. I didn't actually have to trade that off. Whatever, doesn't matter. Easy 40. $44 even.